I think this is a very controversial topic. Now we get to another situation here, okay? Because no one wants to talk about it. Well, people do. But a lot of fans have been saying, what's the progress on Brave and the Bold? And James Gunn just says, we're working on the script, working on the script. And I think that's going to be the answer for the next 2 years. DCU has a slight Batman problem. One of the main issues is we are getting the Batman 2. That goes into production next year, right? And so there's some realities with this. It seems like Superman and Supergirl, they're going to be the family movie that Brave and the Bold was supposed to be in 2027. And I believe that Batman will not be messed with until Matt Reeves is done with his Batman. And that goes against everybody who wants to say that there's going to be two Batmans. I think this might end after the sequel. I think the sequel might be the last movie. And I think that we get into our DCU Batman after that. That's at least the way I see it. And so, with Superman taking the 2027 release date, probably, Brave and Bold will be moved until who knows when. So here's what I think should happen. James Gunn. And this is what I'm going to say in pure honesty. If you can't use Batman right now, screw it. Do not wait for Batman. I think the worst thing James Gunn could do right now is just make time pass until Batman can come into the picture. If you need to give the Green Lanterns a bigger role, if you need to give Aquaman, Wonder Woman, The Flash a bigger role in this right now, then you do it. Because I think that you can do a team-up movie like Justice Society without Batman, and it could work going up against a character like Brainiac, and then maybe the next saga could introduce Batman if you're having a freaking Batman problem. I dare even say do this joint without Batman for, as I said, for the first saga. This is like when the MCU, right? They couldn't use Spider-Man, right? So they had to wait until Captain America's Civil War, which made everything hype going up to the big event, which is Avengers Endgame and Avengers Infinity War. So James Gunn, don't wait. Do it without Batman. I'm fine with waiting to bring him in. There is no time to waste in the DCU. It needs to get off the ground fast. And this Superman saga, I'm going to be sorry. I'm being honest. This Superman saga isn't the only leg that the DCU can stand on. Okay, we all know Batman is the most popular DC character ever. But if you can't have Batman, don't let Batman halt you from doing the big thing. Don't put your time and money into other characters and flesh them out. Other characters that have the potential to be very popular. You know what I'm saying? I like personally, I would say just put Nightwing on the team, but that wouldn't happen. That would be too much. But you can have a Justice League team or a Justice Society team without him. So does the DCU need Batman right now? They don't need to. I think they could be just fine without Batman for right now. Batman obviously would eventually have to come in, right? But if you want to build up to something right now and this whole Batman situation is holding you back, do it. That'll be my advice. That'll be my advice. Because I really do think the Batman is holding a lot of plans in. And doing another Superman movie to me is proof that they're trying to placate and wait for Batman. And my guess maybe after the Batman releases, then they go into 2028 with a Batman announcement maybe in 2027, and we get a Batman movie 2029 or 2028. And that's a long way for fans, but that might be the harsh reality for us, y'all. That might be the harsh reality. And if the story gets, honestly, I think Batman is so great of a character that you can introduce him at any point of your story, kind of like how Spider-Man came super late in Civil War, but when it came time for Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, it worked. I think you do the same thing with Batman. If you can't get Batman right now, just wait until you can squeeze him in the end. And, I don't think you need a lot of time to squeeze Batman in. You could literally introduce Batman in the movie, do your own Batman, Brave and Bold, and then you go right into the Justice League stuff. I don't see an issue with that. Plus, Batman's already older. He has the Bat family. He has Damian Wayne. Why not?